Thank you for coming to the Amber Shows. I haven't been here with you since last Tuesday, actually, because Wednesday I had a terrible bout of vertigo last Wednesday. Vertigo, for you guys who don't know what it is, it's an imbalance in your ears. We have crystals in our ears, and sometimes those crystals become uh, imbalanced, where you'll have maybe one more in the other. A lot of times you can kind of figure out if you have symptoms of vertigo or you have a propensity for vertigo. If you lay on your bed and roll off on your left side and sit up if you feel somewhat dizzy, or you lay on your right side and do the same, roll over, and if you feel dizzy, then you kind of know that you could have the symptoms of some type of vertigo. Vertigo is caused by stress. If you're on a cruise, like on a boat where the water is rocking, you're bending down a lot and coming back up too fast. Again, it triggers the imbalance of the crystals that are in your ear. The crystals, like if you have 7 and 7, then maybe you might have 6 and 7 and 1, 5 and 4 and however, when it's imbalanced, then that's how you become imbalanced. And with vertigo, I've had it for the last 10 years. The first time I ever had it, every time I've had it, I was always indoors, always at home, so I was safe. It can last about 24 hours. I'm also told that a lot of times it not only can stress do it, but some citrus fruits, bananas, some nuts, some cheeses like cheddar and brie, but it's nothing you can do to stop it. Now they said lemongrass tea can like help your symptoms, but nothing stops it. So I walk 3 to 5 miles every day. I was on my normal walk, and this is the first time I just all of a sudden, out the clear blue, I was feeling fine, and then all of a sudden I felt a dizzy spell. As soon as I felt the dizzy spell, I was able to identify it because in the last 10 years, I've had vertigo at least 4 to 5 times. But again, I was always at home. I was never out in public. So I luckily was able to find a bench, a bus stop bench, and I got to it. It was right nearby because your legs go out, your eyesight gets blurry, your limbs just become like a wet noodle. And I got to the bench, I sat on the bench, but I still had to actually hold on to the bench. I began regurgitating. I asked the girl who was sitting there for help. Your mind is still going though. Now, I was able to think, but I could not move. There was nothing I could do. I could not move my arms, my legs, my body. I could barely see. And I asked her to call my husband, who was able to get to me. I had a guy at the bus stop actually had to practically carry me to get me into the car. And these were great people, and I really appreciate those people. I was very lucky. I had no water at the time because when I walk my 3 to 5 miles every day, I know as crazy as it sounds, I usually never take water. I do live an alkaline life. I drink alkaline water. I eat nothing but plant-based and alkaline foods and fruits. But I usually just don't want to take a lot of water because then I'll end up having to go to a restaurant, to a bathroom or something. But that's crazy. I would never do that again. But even though that wouldn't have stopped my vertigo. But I did, got to the hospital. I had to have saline infusion because I was dehydrated from that point, especially from all the regurgitation. The dizziness stayed. This is the first time that it actually did not stay as long. It was like 10 to 15 hours. Usually it lasts about 24 hours overnight. But even though I'm over it right now, and it's been a week today, I still feel somewhat off balance. Not dizzy, but I can, you have to talk to your body and listen to your body. And when you talk to it and ask it if it's all right, it actually will answer you. And I don't feel that I'm at my greatest self, but I did want to inform you about vertigo in case any of you ever have suffered from it. But again, stress does cause it as well, and it is, or you can have an ear infection. All these types of things can happen through vertigo. And you can also check with your doctor to get your blood tests, make sure everything is fine with you, because I also saw a study that said, sometimes vertigo could also be a beginning stages of Parkinson's disease. If you've had appendectomy. I had an appendectomy at 17 years old, and I'm hoping it's not that, but saying that it could contribute to the beginning of Parkinson's disease or something. But I've had vertigo, like I said, for the last 10 years. But cannot ever will I be able to go on a cruise, that's for sure. But I just wanted to let you know where I've been and how I miss you guys. There's so many different things going on in the world that I'm almost missing out on telling you if you don't already know about it. Um, One, Steve Harvey lost two of his shows. I mean, he lost his talk show and he lost the little Big Shot show. Also, some of my favorite, well, one of my favorite shows, Empire's being canceled, and I believe that's because of this mess with Jussie Smollett and the lies that he told. But and not just lies that he told. I'm saying he reported those lies to the police, where it was a racial homophobic crime. If he hadn't reported it and just kept his lie in between his own circle, that's one thing. But he reported it to the police, a false report. But anyways, season 6 is coming back. But then after that, Empire is done. Stars has been canceled after next season. Power has been canceled after next season. So many shows are going, and also there's a lot of shootings happening between black people. I mean, what's happening? Why are we trying to kill each other? Offset, somebody shot at him, shot at the studio, not at him, but at the studio he was in Miami. YFN, the rapper, his car, his Mercedes-Benz Jeep was shot up, like so many bullets all in the Jeep, but he wasn't in it, but there was someone in it who was hit in the shoulder. I mean, why are these guys are not only rappers, but they're fathers, they're husbands. I mean, we're killing each other. The people that are shooting and trying to kill these people, just like with Nipsey Hussle, their kids will never know their dads. They're little. They need their fathers. And people are not even thinking of this. You're just going around gangbanging, and for what? Why are we killing each other? We don't even need the Ku Klux Klan to kill us. We're killing each other. Where are the parents? You had Mother's Day, and all these people are like their mothers are just the most greatest people in the world, and I'm sure most of you have the greatest mother in the world. But then there are 400,000 children that are put in foster care every single year for sexual abuse, physical abuse, just given away because they weren't wanted. Their parents were on drugs. You have children that are being abused terribly. Right now, it's a little black girl who's missing. They believe she's dead. Her mother left her with her boyfriend she knew that he was sexually abusing her 4-year-old daughter. She knew that he was physically abusing her 4-year-old daughter. They have pictures of the little girl with a black eye, a 4-year-old. And she went out of town, left her daughter with this monster. He claims that he kidnapped him and the little girl. When he woke up, the little girl was gone. The cadaver dogs have already found blood in his car that the DNA matches the little girl. Surveillance cameras near where he lives shows that he had left out of his apartment with a big laundry basket. They think that's where he might have been carrying the body. You have people that are abusing animals. Here's a guy from one of the reality shows, Teen 2. He shot and killed the family dog that was so little. He thought the dog tried to bite his kid. Just so many things. Just recently, some people were seen throwing 2 little kittens out of a moving car. I mean, what is happening to the people in our world? Hurting animals is the beginning of a serial killer. Killing and abusing and physically abusing children is unacceptable. And for a mother to leave your child, what kind of mother are these people? Just because you have a baby doesn't make you a mother. And we have so much children that need our love and our attention. We need more people who are adopting and helping our children in this country, not adopting out of other countries, but in this country. Joe Biden is running, put his hat in the race for president. He's about the only person probably that could beat Trump. There are 20 people that are in the race right now. Kamala Harris, you have Cory Booker, you have other people that are joining the race, and as I believe, Joe Biden would be your best bet. Just so many different things are going on in our world today. You guys, I'm glad to be able to be back just to give you a little bit of information. Doris Day, for those of you who are of a certain age, passed away at 97 years old. Also, Tim, I think his name is Tim Allen or Tim. You remember from the Carol Burnett show, those of you from a certain age. I can't think of his name right now, but he passed away as well. So I'm trying to get myself together. Still just a little, not really feeling myself. You know, you talk to your body talks back to you. It's called body talk. And you sit down, you listen to your body, and you'll know how you're feeling, what's going on, what's happening inside of you. So at this point, I'm still just not feeling, I'm not quite back as Amber, but I'm almost back. And I want to tell you, thank you so much for coming to the show. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up, please share it, and please comment, and I'll be back in real good health real soon. Have a wonderful day, wishing you love, peace, success, and happiness, and health, because health is wealth.